Hi, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. Let's get right to it. All right, in my last video, I asked you, how many projects do you think I have that I have not finished or even started yet? Okay, well, my number may surprise you. Okay, we all have a bin or someplace that we're stockpiling projects that we haven't got to yet. We've purchased them at quilt stores, at sewing and quilt expos, online, and we have yet to do it. Okay, we just keep running out of time. Everything gets in the way. It's, you get overwhelmed and you're looking at projects going, how am I ever going to get any of this stuff done? Well, I know and from experience that it's hard. Okay, some of you out there are stay-at-home moms, but you've got kids running around. It's hard to get in your sewing room. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I have a special needs child, so it's hard to get in here. Some of you are work from home. Some of you are working out of the home and coming home and taking care of your families and doing that, and still you've got projects that you want to get done. All right, well, I'm hoping to motivate you. Okay, if you can get into your sewing room for just 30 minutes, okay, whether it's 30 minutes a week or 30 minutes a day, that's going to help you reduce the amount of these projects. Now, if you're doing a baby quilt, okay, might I suggest that you get that baby quilt done as soon as you can, so that when the kid is 27 years old, you're not finishing that baby quilt to give him. Or maybe you're going to give that baby quilt that you started for that child to the next child in his family. Okay. I have projects that I have bought 10 years ago that are on this table. Now, I've got quilt kits, I have applique kits, I have embroidery tile scene kits, I've got 3-4 yard quilts to do, I've got bags that I would really like to get done, I've got clothing items, and I have a whole stack of mending that I need to do. So all of this has to be done at some point. I hate spending money and then just throwing it away because I didn't do the quilt kit or the applique project. Okay, so what I did was I pulled everything out, and I pulled out, because I had it all mixed together, these are all projects that I've already finished and I'm not going to do again. Okay, and all the ones that just fell on the floor too. Okay, I'm not, once I do a project, I don't do it again, unless it is a quilt top that I really like, but I didn't pull that many out from the pile. Okay, so those I'm going to keep. But go through all your quilt patterns. Are there quilt patterns that you've done once and you're never going to do them again? I do them for the experience to see how it turns out. Or I did a quilt for somebody and I said, well, I don't really like the top, the way the top laid out. It doesn't matter what color it is. I just didn't like the way the top was. So I'm going to get rid of that. Only keep the stuff that you're going to do. Okay, put it in 3 piles. Stuff I'm going to do, stuff I'm getting rid of, stuff that I may or may not want to do, but decide. Okay, you're either going to do it or you're not going to do it. Okay, what I've also done is I've given myself a rule that from here on out I want to try and follow, and that is, if I go to a quilt shop or a sewing and quilt expo, I want to be able to purchase a product or purchase a project. And what I'm going to do is, in order to purchase that project, I really have to follow my rule, as when I bring that project home, I can't do it until I get one of these done. Okay, so that project I'm going to put off to the side. As soon as I finish one of these projects, then I can go ahead and get that done. All right. Now, I know it just seems like I'm adding on to this, but that'll be a project that I really want to do. Okay. I'm not telling you not to shop, because we all know we like to shop for projects, but we've also got to be able to complete those projects once we get them home. Okay. You don't want to end up like this where you've got all these projects and you're not getting them done. Okay. I know we all go off and we've got this embroidery project to do, or we got this quilt project to do. We've got to have some kind of organization to say, okay, maybe today I'm going to work on a quilt project. Maybe tomorrow I'm going to work on an embroidery project. Or you can start an embroidery project and still work on a quilt project, because the embroidery project is on a different machine. So these are some of the things that you can think about as you're going through your stuff. I mean, the big thing for me was clearing out a lot of the patterns that I've already done and getting rid of those, because it makes your stack look a whole lot smaller. That, and the fact that the quilt projects, now I think there may be a couple quilt projects in here that I might ask my sister if she wants, but we'll see when I start going through them, as far as, do I really want to do this? Okay. Now, as far as how many projects I had, can you take a guess? So I wrote them down. I ended up having 19 quilt kits. That's a lot of quilt kits. Okay. 2 quilt tops I have to finish. 10 embroidery projects I need to get done. 5 applique projects. What is this? 2 clothing items that I'd like to sew out. 1 tuffet. 5 bags I'd like to make. And 6 items of mending, which isn't a lot for me at this time, because most of my kids are out of the house now, so I don't have to do too much mending anymore. But all total, I've got 50 projects that I need to do. To me, that's a lot. That's kind of overwhelming when I look at this table and see all the projects that I have to do. But I'm going to get them done, okay? And I hope that you will follow me along in this journey. And you may see a project in here that you also bought and say, hey, she's doing that same project. You never know. Go ahead and videotape all this so that you can see me working through this. Now, what I will do is I will put everything back in the bin, and I'm going to put the bin someplace where I have to look at this bin every single day, because right now I don't even go over there. So I'm going to put the bin out where I have to look at it every single day, and then that way, once I'm done with the project, that bin's right there and I can pull another project out and get started. Okay, so if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button, and hopefully I will see you along in my next video. And as always, I hope you have a great day and happy stitching.